Hey everybody, and welcome back to the WitchCraft SMP. I am your host Elsewhere, and I've got a fun stream for you today. So, as you may be able to see, I have just emerged from the Uberwald Bank. In case you couldn't tell, we're in Uberwald. There's the Baron's Castle. And there is something large and alarming that I did not actually notice until now. Well, presumably some new construction project is afoot. And I have just been inside to withdraw a bit from my account of gold. So I'm now on my way home. And last session, we just sort of messed around, wandered in the spirit world, had some fun, basically. But we did get an interesting request, an order as in a business order, not as in a command, from the Baron, hello, residents of Uberwald, to create ghost sentinel fetishes, which are a special kind of basically stationary defense that summons, or rather contains trapped souls and sends them out to protect an area. So basically, what that means is that we are going to be spending the second season of the WitchCraft SMP doing a lot of work with the undead. Our first season was a lot of demons, but between this order and a few other things that I've been thinking about doing, I figured that I would take some time to go through the various mechanisms that witchery has for raising the dead. And getting them to do your bidding. Because, ethics are weird. So let me just really quickly refill my hunger. Alright, and another thing you might notice is that since the last episode, things are looking a little different around Greenmount. The citizens have hired an architect, and things are getting renovated across the town. This is just the in-progress look. So I'll spend more time on it once it's finished. But I'm very excited to see what the new and improved Greenmount ends up looking like. You can also see that my absolute garbage cobblestone wall is being replaced by a much nicer one. So that's very nice. In the meantime, though, in order to get started on the undead, one thing I'm going to need a lot of is power, altar power. And I've also been preparing a bunch of oh, no, don't do that. I've also been doing a bunch of custom brewing for a side series I'm planning to release on the YouTube channel that I said I would release a long time ago, and then got busy with real life stuff. But the first set of episodes is done now, so those will be out soon. I'm very excited about that. The important thing is I need more altar power. And not necessarily in quantity, because with 12,000, you can make pretty much anything in witchery successfully. The issue is that it does not regenerate fast enough. So when I make a brew or perform a ritual that takes like 9,000 altar power, it takes a long time to recharge. Now, to maximally upgrade your altar, there are a few different categories of item to put on it. The first is a skull. You can do a normal skeleton skull, a wither skeleton skull, which is better, or, as I have here, a player head. And hilariously, I have my own player head. I think most altars on this server actually have my head on them, because early on when I was still bad at the game... Okay, that's a lie. Early on, when I didn't have lots of witchery equipment to pretend I wasn't bad at the game, my main commodity to sell to other players was my head to improve their altars. So that's the highest level upgrade there. Then you can get a goblet, and I'll really quickly... Chalice. Sorry, they're called chalices. So the base level chalice is just an attuned stone with some gold. The improved chalice requires redstone soup, which is something that we've made before. It's the basic ingredient of infusions and stuff like that, and it looks like this. The most difficult part of that is, of course, the drop of luck. And that is the max for that upgrade. The third upgrade is the candelabra. And you can actually, the base upgrade of this is really easy to get. It's just a torch. But the candelabra is another tombstone, some torches, and some iron. And the head improves both power quantity and regeneration. I think the chalice improves power and the candelabra improves regeneration, but it could be the other way around. One of the other upgrades is the Arthana. If you put an Arthana on, it doesn't actually affect the power or the regeneration, but it doubles the range of the altar, so you can access it from further away, which is helpful. Then, last but not least, there is a final upgrade for the altar, and this one increases your regeneration power again. And it's the Pentacle. Now, the reason I don't have this one yet is it's by far the most difficult thing to get for an altar, because it consists of koboldite. And I know I've talked about the kobolds, the hobgoblins, a little bit on this series before, but today we are going to deep dive into it, because if I can get enough koboldite to make a pentacle, I will be able to complete my altar. I'll also note that there are only 5 upgrades for an altar, so you can use the 6 slot cosmetically. You can technically put a mystic branch on it, for example, but it doesn't actually do anything. So I just chose to put one of my 2 demon hearts here. The other one's underground here somewhere, because demon hearts are one of the things that increase your altar power the most when they're just sitting around somewhere in the radius of 16 blocks. And also because I think it's cool. But that's also because I don't have my sound on, so I can't usually hear the persistent beating. So anyway, today we are going to visit Goblin Town. We're going to talk about how to maximize your hobgoblin trading potential and get your way to a pentacle, as well as the other nice things that you can get using koboldite. And we'll go from there. That'll be most of the stream, and then I have a few fun little tail end things that I want to do on the back. But before we go to Goblin Town, this Spanish moss is going to keep catching on fire. I hope it doesn't burn everything down. All right, before we go, there are a couple quick things I want to do, and the first has to do with all of this gold that I have here. There they are. 1, 2. Now, I can't quite finish this, but if I make 2 more enchanted golden apples, and I put them here with my heart containers and miniature yellow hearts, I can make 2 more yellow heart containers, putting me to 9. So I am 1 golden apple, 8 blocks of gold away from completing my Tinker's hearts and having a full 3, I think, 3 health bars. So that's very exciting, and that'll be a nice little buff. But in the meantime, I'm going to move these 2 out of here, and we are going to grab our diamond armor. And it looks like our diamond armor is not, it has seen better days, mainly the helmet. So I'm swapping this out for my witchery armor, because today what we're actually going to be doing will involve some fighting. Not with the hobgoblins. The hobgoblins are our friends. But with some other people who we'll talk about momentarily. And I'll drop off my gear. Those necromancer robes will be very important once we get down to necromancy in the next episode. So actually, I think because of how low the armor is, we want to protect it. So let me find the armor protection poppet, and we'll make a few of these. Here we go. Okay. Reek of Misfortune, Drops of Luck, and Diamond Vapor. So we'll grab a generic poppet, Diamond Vapor, Reek of Misfortune. That's a whiff of magic. That's a Reek of Misfortune. There we go. You know what? Let's make, I would say let's make a couple, but Drops of Luck are kind of miserable, so unless... No, I happen to have extras. Fantastic. We'll make a couple, then. Well, it looks like I had enough for 2 there, right? That was 4 Drops of Luck, so I will make 2. 2 Reeks of Misfortune. 2 Diamond Vapor. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Armor protection poppets. Then I need to tag lock myself. Do I have any tag locks? I do. That's not a lot. Surely I have more. Do I really not have any other tag locks sitting around? Let's go check the secret chamber, which I have hidden using transparent dirt. Okay. Tag locks. No, I really don't. Okay. Well, I have not done anything suspicious in a while, clearly, so I will have to replenish my tag lock stock. But that is all right. Red of Broad Grove and Red of Broad Grove. Now, if I throw these in here, I can bind these poppets to myself. And now, if a piece of armor I'm wearing breaks, instead it will be restored, I think, to full durability, or at least like partial, and the protection poppet will be broken instead. So this will keep this. It basically, for a much lower price than rebuilding diamond armor and re-enchanting it, or rebuilding the extremely expensive witchery armor, which can take quite a while and quite a lot of effort to make, you can instead just do this. Poppet shelf. Great. 2 poppets. You know, for the cost of a couple drops of luck and half a diamond, you can keep one of your more expensive pieces of armor going for a while. So, with that solved, there is one more thing I think I want to do before we head out. Got the heart containers, the armor, the poppets, and that is, I'm going to continue being cagey about why for a minute, but I am going to make a custom brew of reflect arrows. There we go. So this is a level 2 effect with cobwebs. So let's go find... Do I even have cobwebs? Where would I even... It would be in loot, right? I promise there... Yes, there we go. I promise there's some sense of organization to this insanity. Alright, so that's a level 2, which means we just need netherwort. Really quickly... Yep, netherwort... Let's go to level 3. I can spare the blaze rods. Some glowstone. And then, oh wait, redstone also. We'll do duration level 3. Grab an obsidian out of here. And then for dispersal, I think I'm just going... I won't do this in spell form. I think it'd be easier to just drink... Nah, you know what? It's nice to be able to use it with the urn. Let's see, am I gonna need all these for the fight? I don't think so. So yeah, let me also grab... Let's just see. We'll do splash, so we'll grab a water artichoke, wood ash, cocoa, belladonna, and lapis. There's the cocoa, wood ash, cocoa, belladonna, lapis, and a water artichoke. Over here, I think. No, that's the wrong one. There we go. There is a method to my madness, even though everything here is a complete mess. Lapis. I am working on a new base, though. It's one of the... I've been embarking on a couple construction projects, which, as it turns out, I am extremely bad at construction also. But fortunately, I have time, and well, I don't really have time. I have a little bit of time. This friend... has not received a name yet, but he appeared after I used on one of the crystal ball procs, and has decided to hang out here in the brewing area. So I do have to come up with a name for him. I'm open to suggestions. All right. Capacity 2, power to level 2 to level 3, duration to level 2 to level 3, effect, reflect arrows, extent 3, lingering 3, splash. Alright, I did it. Now, surely, glass bottles. I don't actually know how many of these I'm going to get, so I can't believe I don't remember this when I'm recording video. Oh, that's the wrong one. Believe I don't remember to do this when I'm recording videos of incredibly expensive spell construction, but I remember it when I'm making a random brew of arrows. But there's my brewing expertise with invoke expertise. And let's decant. Alright, we got 5 splash brews of reflect projectiles, lasting for 2 minutes. Oh, I upgraded the linger for a splash potion. You'd think I'd be better at custom brews by now. So extent works for splash. Linger is irrelevant because it doesn't last any longer than just the time it takes to throw it down. So that was a waste, but it was only a waste of belladonna and lapis, so it's not that big of a deal. And I'm going to put it into one of my spell slots quickly. Let's see, we won't need luck. So it can go to the top slot, and I'll move invoke expertise into here for storage. I think I will also need the brew of sticky items. And swap out for the banishing gale. Okay, you two chill there. All right, and I will also refill. There we go. I'm gonna have to make a new endless water. All right, so I think that is everything that I need to do in order to head out. And here we can see it looks like 20 regen per tick. So I am certainly hoping to improve that some more. All right, let's go grab a waystone to go to Goblin Town. We'll use this to take us. I suspect I may have a minor issue because I think I only have 2 nether stars. And I should have checked that before the stream because my plan for the stream involves using 3 nether stars. So we may be taking another quick detour in order to go acquire a new one. Yeah, I'm not seeing one anywhere. Yeah, so it's just these 2 that I've got here. All right. Do I need to do both? Yeah, I do. All right, so once again, we are going to slightly delay our trip to Goblin Town in order to run into the Nether and go kill a wither. I'm trying to remember if I have killed a wither on stream before, and I think I may not have. In which case, this will be a nice little addition to the visible cannon. Now the old ways has luck, so hopefully once I get to the fortress, it won't take me too long to kill my way up to 3 wither skulls, but we'll see. Hello. It seems unusually dark in here. I wonder why. Can you stop? My shurikens are not long enough range to hit you from here. I'm just not going to bother. Just got to make sure I bob and weave a little bit as I fly. Alright, there's the fortress right up ahead. I will never get over this flight. We did a stream yesterday for the Minecraft April Fool's update, which was just incredibly chaotic. Feel free to check out that VOD. but I was just getting absolutely murdered because I couldn't fly around and escape my troubles. Ow. Rude. Perish. Alright. Oh, that was about to fall into lava. Again, saved by the flight. And it looks like my helmet has already triggered the one of the poppets. So the back home in that poppet shelf, a poppet has broken, and my diamond helmet is restored to full durability, which is nice. Save some diamonds that way. Alright, now, where are the wither skeletons? I see one over here. Oh, I see several over here. Great, and they're coming to see me. How kind of them. Come on, hop down. I don't want to lose your stuff into the void. Alright. You can just die, though. Come down. Come over here. Hang on. There we go. That's much better. None of those things are skeleton skulls. There are more over here. Actually, I'm gonna kill these blazes so that we don't get barraged with artillery fire. Great. Excuse me. Nothing. Oh man, the riveting content that you all come here for. Farming wither skeletons. Still no skulls. Alright. Well, while we're doing this, I can talk about what I plan to discuss when we got back to Goblin Town. But basically, if you've seen the episodes where I've gone there before, hobgoblins are small green. Oh wow, that's a bunch of are small green humanoids, according to the Witchery Wiki, which I sadly found out recently is no longer being hosted. So I think its tenure has finally run out. None? Really? No skulls? I should have brought my cleaver in here. That would have been smart. It might be worth returning to do that. Yeah, okay, let's do that. So sadly, the main resource that I always used for witchery is no longer with us. Although I'll admit, it was intentionally coy. So it was not always the most useful information. The Feed the Beast wiki actually has great data on witchery. But it was still, it was charming. And it was how I originally got a lot of my information, so it is a little sad to see it go. Anyway, that is a tangent. Whoa, I almost got hit by that one. Careful where you're shooting those things. Excuse me. Anyway, the wiki suggested that they were originally created by magic to be slaves, which is very sad. But fortunately on this server, I have made an entire town for the kobolds the hobgoblins that I have found, to make sure that they do not have to live in servitude and instead have their own little civilization. And it is part of the currently 2 federated cities that comprise the area under my protection in the north here. We can look at the map. Here's Greenmount. Right next to my home in the valley, and then across this swamp, you can see Goblin Town up here. In the Witchery mod, you can, let's see, there we go. There. Come on, Cleaver, we got people to murder. In the Witchery mod, there is a special resource that you can only get from hobgoblins called Koboldite. And it starts as Koboldite dust, which you can see here. There's no way to craft it. There's nothing you can craft from it. And there are a couple ways you can acquire Koboldite dust. The first way is if you give a hobgoblin a pickaxe, you attach a leash to them, and you leash them to like a fence post or something, or you just hold it. And then you put a chest near them. They will mine blocks with the pickaxe you gave them, and collect the goodies and put them in the chest. Specifically, a hobgoblin cannot both collect dropped blocks and break them with a pickaxe at the same time, so you have to have one with a pickaxe and one or more with nothing in their hands. Now you could probably use this to like do cool stuff with farms and things, but I'm not smart, so I don't really know. And the way you get koboldite dust from this is that occasionally when they break ores, they will... occasionally when they break ores, they will also drop a koboldite dust. But this is pretty slow, and as I mentioned in a previous stream, they're a bit erratic when they mine, and it's also pretty dangerous for them. I had a cave-in in the mine in Goblin Town, and several miners died. So I immediately said, no more to this method. We cannot be having any of the kobolds getting hurt in mining accidents. That is not the point of this city. So the other way that you can get koboldite dust from them is by trading with them. They're like villagers when they aren't, leashed. In that you can trade with them, and most of their trades are pretty bad, I'll be honest. But they will periodically trade like wool or I am out of food. They'll periodically trade wool or meat, wheat, all sorts of things for koboldite dust. And this is the strategy I've been using in order to advance my quantity of koboldite after I ran out. Or not after I ran out, but after I decided the mining was not ethical. And you can see here my collection of koboldite here. I have made it all the way to 24 dust, 8 nuggets, and 2 ingots. Now, you can't craft with koboldite yourself. However, certain villagers, certain hobgoblins are able to craft it for you, turning koboldite dust into koboldite nuggets for a price of gold, and then turning nuggets into ingots for a price of emeralds. Which I'm going to have to remember to bring emeralds with me when we go to the town. And once you have the ingots, there are a few very valuable things that you can make from it. You can see one of them here. That's the koboldite pickaxe. But it requires 3 koboldite and a tombstone, a lava buckets, and a stick. And basically the benefit of this is, for us, for a human, it's just a diamond pickaxe. But for a hobgoblin, it dramatically increases the odds of them dropping koboldite dust when mining, and it also auto smelts ores as they break them. Unfortunately, it's still really slow, and 3 ingots is super, like, a huge setback. As you can see here, in all my time on the server, I've still only made it to 2 ingots. So I don't think it's worth it in most cases, especially here on this server, because we also have Tinker's Construct. And Tinker's Construct means that we want to be smelting our ores in a Tinker's Forge in order to double their output. Obviously, the second thing you can make with it is the pentacle. You have seen that already. It's 4 ingots, 4 nuggets, and a diamond, which is just a huge amount. But the payoff is pretty great. It doubles your regen rate. The Twisting Band is the next. And this one is interesting. It's super expensive, obviously, but it's a helmet, technically. And it says it disorientates, which is not actually a word. It disorients mobs that are looking at you by giving them weakness, and players that you look at by giving them nausea. So basically, you look at an enemy and it gets some form of debilitation in order to prevent it from hurting you as much, which I think is a cool little piece, but obviously it costs 5 koboldite, so it's a pretty tall order. That's a luxury. I might end up getting that on this server, but a much higher priority is getting the pentacle. I'm going to kill these really quickly, and then I will show you the last thing that you can make with koboldite. Oh, there's one. We've got one skull. All right, the last thing... Hang on. I should clear my wither. Oh, I'm good. I'll still clear it. Get my food back up. I don't suppose there are any more in here. It does not look like there are. Oh, well. The last thing that you can make with Koboldite is the statue of Hobgoblin Patron. And it's really simple. It just requires 5 smooth stone and a single Koboldite ingot. And I'm actually going to be showing this off today. Basically what it does is, well, let's explain the cultural context first. Hobgoblins worship a pair of deities called Mog and Gulg. And they are powerful, and they don't normally show up in the waking world. However, if you create a statue of Hobgoblin Patron and you put it in an area with hobgoblins, as I'm going to do later today, the hobgoblins will worship it. And this is technically idolatry according to Mog and Gulg. So they will, as they worship you instead of their actual deities, Mog and Gulg might get angry and come harass you for it. They'll spawn in the world and they'll attack you. So obviously there are some upsides to this in order to balance out the risk, which is that when you have hobgoblins worshipping a statue of Hobgoblin Patron that you have placed and bonded to yourself with a tag lock, your mystic branch becomes more powerful. You can draw larger symbols. I didn't do that well. Which you can do normally, like this, for example. But hang on. There, let's do that. That'll work, right? No? No? Come on. I do this accidentally all the time. Whatever. Basically, you can draw larger versions of some of the symbols that you already know, and the effects will become more powerful. Also, when you're standing near the statue, your infusion power will regenerate, a lot like it would if you were standing in a circle with the ritual of infusion currently going, the rite of infusion, or the rite of recharging. Hang on, it's in here somewhere. Rite of charging, recharge infused power by standing in the circle, which I've definitely used before on here. But it doesn't cost you anything to activate. It doesn't cost altar power to maintain when you do it just by having a statue of Hobgoblin Patron. There is one final thing you can do with the statue, though, which is you can actually use it to summon Mog and Gulg directly. Now they're buff, buff Hobgoblin deities, and if you face them in single combat, you can earn their approval, and they will give you some nice things. So I intend today to create a statue of Hobgoblin Patron, and I intend to challenge Mog and Gulg for the right to, take care of Goblin Town, and also to get some goodies from them, hopefully. But the use of a nether star in order to summon them is the reason that we are currently running back and forth, being very confused why no wither skeletons are spawning in this fortress. Seriously. This is quite the delay that I did not initially intend. Aha! I see someone. Come on, get over here. Alright. Nope, don't fall into the void, please. Alright. Beautiful, we're at 2 skulls. Only one more, and then I can free you all from this purgatory. Or I guess this hell. Depending on your opinion of the nether. Alright, come on. Somebody else. Spawn. 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 Anybody down here? I should really make a spell that gives me swiftness, so that I can traverse these areas faster. It would be much more convenient. I'll add that to the docket. I have so many ideas for streams for this season. Hopefully I'm going to get my free time back into gear and I'll be able to stream a little bit more regularly. All right, come on. Surely there's someone up here. No? Nobody up here? You died too. Do you drop skulls? No. I mean, obviously not wither skulls, but like, I don't recall if blaze heads are included in this or not. All right. There were a bunch over here earlier. Hello. I see someone. All right. Please let you be the last one that we need. All right. Come over here. Hop off there. Great. Beautiful. All right. 3 skulls. We're good to go. Let's get out of here. Let's also throw into the lava these things that I do not need first. Amazing. All right. So we are now headed back. Actually, we are not headed back home. We are going to head to the Wither Room, which is built. I'm honestly not sure. Do I have a waypoint for it? Yes, I do. Okay. So we can head through the nether. In an incredibly ill-advised decision, I'm going to fly a broom in the nether. This could end very badly for all concerned. But I'm sure nothing will go wrong. Alright, so I think we need to go up through here. Be careful of the fire. Why is my broom on fire? No burning. Oh, there's the road. Oh, aha, okay, here we are. I believe the Wither Room is right over here. Yes, alright. Fly up the stairs. So this was constructed by the Emperor of New Desertlandia pretty early on, taking advantage of the natural bedrock structures here on the roof in order to create a little prison in which we can safely summon and then defeat the Wither. Clearly the last folks who used this did not repair it. It's kind of a mess up here. That's all right. Just quickly replenish my hunger. Okay. So, do I have any obsidian still on me? I don't believe I do. It looks like the obsidian that was normally used here was destroyed. That's all right. There's one piece, but I don't know where the rest is. So we'll just fight the Wither a little bit more normally. Let's see, is this a good place? How's that? Oh, that's not bad. Alright, we'll do it up here. Let's see. One. Actually, nope, we're gonna have to do. Will this work? Yeah, okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. And I used to do this with just ordinary brews of Undead Bane, but today I get to test out my weapon. Oh wait, hang on. That's the wrong brew. Swap you for there, the Banishing Gale, my anti-boss brew. So let's see. Let me remind myself of the sequence. It's left, down, right, up. Okay, great. Here we go. This could be a bad idea. But that's what we're here for. Left, down, right, right, up. Here we go. Ow. Alright, it's down there. See if I can hit it with the brew. Whoa, okay, hello. Oh, there it goes. I'm gonna step back. Alright, it's doing good damage. See if I can contribute with the shurikens. And my sword. There we go. All right. And I'll really quickly heal myself. All right. Well, it was a little messier than it normally is because I'll be honest, I don't know how to build the obsidian framework that prevents it from moving. So I made a bit of a mess of the wither room. I'll come back after the stream and clean this up. And I'll find a diagram or something so I can fix up the actual setup too. But we now have, this is a lot of netherrack. We now have the third nether star we needed in order to complete my plan for the stream. So we will now head home. We'll actually use the ways rather than flying back through the nether just because I feel like it. Right. And then we will head over to Goblin Town. Actually, I have a waystone for Goblin Town. I don't think we even need to head home. Let's see. I can check that off. Check those off. Yeah, all right. Yes, I have a checklist of things I want to do for this stream. I'm organized for once. It's very strange. All right, take us to Goblin Town. Woo! All right, here we are. Climb over this tree. We've been here before. You're familiar with this. So over here we have the Hobgoblin Stock Exchange. This has been... Puck, why are you stuck? Here you can see an example of what it looks like when a Hobgoblin has Koboldite dust for sale. Unfortunately, once you expend their initial trade, usually the follow-up trade that would give you the ability to... hang on, I need to get you out of there. Is that good? Can you get out now? No? Can you get out now? Are you okay? Now you're stuck. Okay. You're just causing problems. I can solve this later. Anyway, as you saw, it cost a whopping 3 nuggets just to trade once with his next tier. Oh dear, I hit him. Oh no, I misclick. I misclick a lot. Okay, they're gonna be angry at me for a little while. But basically, it costs so much to trade with them on non-Koboldite Dust related things that it is pretty much never worth it. Because, as you will see momentarily... Are you guys angry at me? Are you guys? No? Okay. Alberic is the current mayor and also the current smith. And as you can see, I've traded with him enough to unlock the next level of dust to nuggets. It is 16 Koboldite Dust and a gold ingot for 2 nuggets, which is slightly better than the 9 Koboldite Dust for 1 nugget. But still, it costs a lot to get nuggets, so you can't be putting them back in just to unlock, 3 or 4 more dust. It's not a worthy exchange rate. So you just have to keep finding new hobgoblins that have trades that provide dust. I think I've traded out everyone currently in the village who has dust, so I'm just waiting basically for a new one to be born to trade with them instead. But this is a slow process, so you might want to do something faster and try the mining tactic. You can see over here I tried the mining, and we made our way all the way down to bedrock. And then we started going off in one direction, but then a mine collapse with a bunch of gravel that I've since removed killed several miners, and as I mentioned before, immediately shut down the mines. No more getting hurt. And we're sticking to trades from now on. All right. Do I have... Real question. Do I have smooth stone around here? No? Okay. I'll make some. There. Perfect. I don't need the 6th, so I'll just put it in here. All right. I am going to pop over here to use the crafting table. There is one other advantage. You see, I have an... Oh, sorry. I know I messed up. I have an AFK pool over here so that I can sit and wait and let them, do their trades and stuff. If we build ourselves a statue, and this is using one of my koboldite ingots, so it's a huge investment of... Oh, I didn't mention, I didn't show the trades all the way. Hang on. Once you trade enough with a hobgoblin, you can go from this trade, the 16 dust for 2 nuggets, to 9 nuggets for 1 ingot. And I assume if I trade enough with him again, I'll unlock, 16 nuggets for 2 ingots. But this is... What I'm currently doing is working towards 9 nuggets, with each of which is worth 8. So 72 dust for a single ingot, and dust is hard to come by. Even when you mine, it's a rare drop, so it takes forever to get dust. There is one person on the server has come up with a more efficient mechanism for doing it, but it is rather inhumane. I'll show it off a little bit later, in case you don't have ethics in your server. Anyway, got the ingot. I'm gonna throw it in here, and statue of Hobgoblin patron. Ow, sorry, I know. So if I just put this down, let's say right here, the middle of the road. Currently, it's just a generic Steve skin. But if I grab one of these tag lock kits, and I realize I did not bring bed with me. So, oh, I'm not even wearing my ruby slippers, so I can't teleport home. I'm a fool. We're going to make a bed, because why not? Let's see. A bed is planks, right? Here my being bad at Minecraft comes back to haunt me yet again, as it so often does. Alright, so I think it's some of that, and then some wool. Do I happen to have wool on me? I don't. I also don't have sheep in this village. So it looks like I'm going home after all. Alright. Quickly, we'll just grab the broom and we will zip on home in order to assign this tag lock to me, because that's how you bind a statue of Hobgoblin patron to yourself. You just put a tag lock on it. It's the same way that you bind fetishes like the witch's ladder, but I'll get to those in a future episode. So let's just dip on home. Now, I am going to attempt to, duel Mog and Gulg without any special fancy tactics aside from the brew of repel arrows that I made, that you saw me make, because they can pop up at any point when you're not prepared. So unlike my fight with Leonard, You may not be able to, set up by, for example, astrally projecting and putting witches' ladders around the area that you're going to be using to fight. Alright, tag lock kit. Bound to me. Oh, actually, we can do this much faster. Because we can just grab another waystone for Goblin Town. Oh, it's my last one. I'm gonna have to make a new set. That's fine. Let me grab some chalk before we leave then, too. I do have extra chalk, right? Well, that's mostly broken. Chalk in here? A little bit. Okay, we'll use my 2 mostly broken chalks. And then bone, a flint, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 flint. 1 flint, 8 needles. 8 waystones. And surely I have an extra needle around. Yes, I do. I have 41 extra needles. It's good. If I ever get into voodoo, I will most certainly have enough needles. All right. Do these bind in quantities of 8 and I just made 9 for absolutely no reason? I think they do. I don't know why it was in my head that they bind in quantities of 9. All right. Got all the equipment. Might as well grab my shoes while I'm here in case I do need to teleport home. Okay, there we go. And I'll drop off the nether rack and the mob drops. Just to make sure my inventory is a little bit cleaner before we go to our fight. All right. And away we go. Sweet. All right. Just quickly, let's bind some new waystones. We'll do it out back here. Excuse me. Oh, and there goes the chalk. Chalk 2. Perfect. I'm going to have to make some new chalk, clearly. And we throw 8 waystones in. 8 is being the maximum that you can bind at a single time, and we will put those in the chest back home. All right. Oh, actually, I can trade with Alberic. I have a little bit of dust, don't I? Some gold. Hey, Alberic. Can you craft these for me? You're a champ, thank you. Now, I could turn that into another ingot, but I believe I, once again, forgot something at home. I am really all over the place today. Let's see, do I have any emeralds sitting around? I do not. Curses. I don't suppose any of you sell things for emeralds. Nope, you're a miner, or I'm sorry, a blacksmith. You take emeralds for your services. No. You do, but I've already bought your wares more than out. Oh, there we go. Wheat for emeralds. Let's go get some wheat. There is plenty of wheat growing around Goblin Town. As you can see over here in the farms, I'll just borrow a little. That. 5, 6, 7. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, I accidentally dug up the ground there. Whoops. The one downside of my Tinker's Gloves making my movements very fast is that sometimes I break blocks I didn't mean to. Okay. There we go, 20. I can drop off these seeds to be replanted later. And then we can go find our friend and sell some wheat. Huzzah. I perhaps should have made this clear earlier, but this is a poorly constructed version of a common Minecraft tool, which is a villager breeder. Basically, the Goblin Stock Exchange here is has a bunch of doors in it, so the hobgoblins perceive that as a bunch of buildings, so they make new hobgoblins. And up here I have a circle that I use to teleport in these hobgoblins from the various places that they moved from out in the wild to come here and live in Goblin Town. All right, so I've got an emerald. I'll make an ingot so you guys can see what that's like. It's exactly like making the nuggets was. Hi, Albrick. Can you forge these for me, please? Fabulous. Are you gonna level up? You are! Yay! See what your new trades look like. Oh, interesting. You'll trade gold for emeralds. Huh, I wonder if that's your last trade. Or if you have something higher. Because honestly, gold is a precious resource, but I'll probably need to reset your trades at some point, so I'll keep that in mind. Alright. Now we'll tuck these away. Working our way towards, as previously mentioned, the main goal is the pentacle, and that's going to require 4 koboldite and 4 ingots, 4 nuggets, and the diamond. 1 second. All right. Okay. Now, we right-click with the tag lock kit. No? What am I doing wrong? Hang on. Do we have to craft you with the tag lock kit? No. Well, this is odd. Give me one moment. I turn to the internet. Ah, I'm a fool. Tag locks, in fact, have nothing to do with the process. Instead, we need... There it is. All right. The Rite of Binding. We need a statue of Hobgoblin Patron, a belladonna, a poppy, and a dandelion. That's actually not very much. Let's hop over here. How much altar power? Not enough altar power. All right, folks, we are going home. Again. This is why I brought my shoes this time. All right. /chant, there's no place like home. Live troubleshooting on the stream. I don't know why I thought you did it with tag locks. I guess most things are done with tag locks. I'm stuck in a door. There we go. But that was silly of me. I should have confirmed that before the stream. All right. So we also need a belladonna. Let's go grab one from my... Where is my belladonna? Oh, there it is. In enormous quantities. Okay, we'll replant. I don't need that. And then we'll grab a poppy and a dandelion, I believe it said. I'm not actually sure if I have any dandelions around. They're the poppies. I find this chest very confusing. There we go. We do have a dandelion. Alright, so just to make sure. That's not what I meant. Okay. Statue, belladonna, poppy, dandelion, and a 7x7 ordinary chalk circle. It doesn't seem to require a tag lock in the ritual either, so I think we can just statue, belladonna, poppy, dandelion. Nope, don't come back to me. Aha, marvelous. All right, that's me. Now we can use one of the things we just bound. I'll switch back my shoes. Oh, I don't need all 8 of them, thank you. Excuse me, return those, thank you. Just one. And we'll teleport back. Hello. How's the mayor doing? Hello, mayor. All right. Now, quickly replenish my food and magic power. I should actually refill my infusion power all the way here because we are about to need some of it. Ow. 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 Perfect. All right. Now we place down the statue. And theoretically speaking, if any hobgoblins are nearby, they will worship it. Are you feeling worship inclined? Anyone? No? I'll move it closer. The truth is, I don't particularly care about the worship effects, and I'm certainly not trying to force any specific religious denomination on these folks, least of all one where I am the deity. Nope, simply uninterested. Interesting. Well, I guess I will leave it here for now, for the time being, and see if anybody decides to get worshipy. Oh, yeah, there we go. There we go. So that is them lending their power to the statue. That's cute. That's nice. All right. But as I said, I'm not trying to force any particular faith or anything on them. What I really want to do is I would like to challenge Mog and Gulg, both for you guys to show you what that's like, and also because they have some really nice stuff that they give to people who prove themselves in combat. So, I am going to quickly... Alright, let's see. There's the sticky items, and there's the Banishing Gale. We're just... Oh, wait, no. This is the wrong spell. I just cast Banishing Gale. Please don't hurt anyone. Woo, okay. Let's try this again. Also, I think my infusion power is recharging. Right? It should near the statue if people are praying. I don't know. Maybe it needs more. Okay, hang on. So I actually need... Okay, it's on top is the reflect projectiles. Splash that on. And then sticky items is to the side. Alright, so I have reflect projectiles and sticky items now. I can also recharge my infusion power to get ready for the fight. If I can cast Carnosa Diem correctly. Alright. Good to go. Now, you could just wait, as I mentioned, for Mog and Gulg to happen naturally, but I am going to... Come on. You're really not going to work? It is not letting me spend the Nether Star to summon them directly. Damn it! I was assured this would work by the internet, but that's what I get for trusting the internet. Darn. Alright, well, it looks like I will not be able to show you this as I had previously planned. I'm going to break the statue. I'm going to move it into the higher concentration of folks over here in the stock exchange. Hello. Let's see. Will it go here? Well, you're there. Scooch! Scooch! I have a statue to put there. It's very important. You're not going to move, are you? Alright, fair enough. Oh, there we go. Thank you. Alright. So with the statue there now, and them periodically... Yep, them periodically channeling power to me. Yeah, like that. See, that's very nice. I'll try one more time. Oh, that super worked. What just happened? Why did he die? What? Okay. It worked after all. I do not know why that was different. Okay, there we go. So that one, I believe, is Mog, the one that just shot at me. And the large buff one, is Gulg. So the reason that I'm going to have to reapply the reflect arrows. Alright, I guess we're back on track after all. That's Accio. That's not correct. There we go. Alright. Repel arrows on. Did I accidentally get you with it? Okay. Question is, where have they gone? There's Gulg. See if I can get some... Ow. Okay, so he throws you into the air, but he does not do a lot of damage through the diamond armor that I'm wearing. Ow. And I can do a pretty solid... He has a lot of regeneration, but I can do a lot of damage with my obviously very good sword. Now, you may be wondering why I'm not using my normal weapons here, namely the spells, and that's because they are not demons. They are not undead. So, there we go. The Banishing Gale, which is focused on dealing damage to, stuff like the Wither and Leonard, is not actually going to be super effective against them. It might deal a little bit of damage, but I also don't want to risk hurting any of the Hobgoblins who are around. So I'm not going to jeopardize them by using Gas Brews that will deal damage over an area. Gulg is not the smartest. He just seems to be pretty confident chilling there. Alright. Defeated him. Mog should still be around here somewhere with her bow. Let's see. Where have you gone? Where have all the demigods gone? There you are. Okay, so they got stuck on opposite sides of the wall, which was actually good for me, because the closer they are together, the less damage they take. So them getting separated was actually a huge benefit to the fight. And Mog shoots arrows, which are not apparently being reflected by my reflect projectiles. Oh, there, a little bit. Okay, so some of them are getting turned around and are going back to damage her, which is nice. But I also think it's about to run out. Oh! She can teleport. I should have figured that out by now. There you are. Come back here. Alright. So as you can see, they're not terribly difficult, which I think is a wise choice by Witchery because of the fact that they can randomly spawn at any time in your world. So if they were really brutal and could just, kill you, that would suck. Obviously, they still can if you're unprepared. So be careful. If you're going to set up a statue of Hobgoblin Patron, you want to make sure... Get out of the way. This is between me and her. Will you leave us alone? I thought that cow was a mob for a second. If you do set up a statue of Hobgoblin Patron, you want to make sure that you are prepared at all times for things to suddenly get dangerous. It's the same thing as using the crystal ball, basically, but a little bit more unpredictable. So, it looks like they drop enchanted chain armor, which is pretty cool. Gulg's Girdle. So, there are also special drops, and it looks like we didn't get Mog's Quiver from this fight. But we did come out of it with the chain helmet and chest plate and Gulg's Girdle, and these are the special drops that you can get there's Gulg's Girdle, which if we put it on, it's a belt slot item, and then I give myself an empty hand and go find this cow. Our punches, that was not a good example, our punches have super knockback now. They launch people into the air, which is fun. Not super strong, but fun. I certainly think I'll be keeping my normal belt slot, which is the bark belt that I've been using that blocks hits. But the Mog's Quiver is also, I think it's a belt slot, but it could be a chest slot that gives you infinite ammunition for an ordinary bow. And as you can see, Mog landed a few hits on me. I'm a little bit of a pincushion. But if you combine Gulg's Girdle and Mog's Quiver, if you and another player both have them, then you get the damage reduction bonus that Mog and Gulg have from being close to each other. So if you have a friend / partner on your server, somebody that you fight with alongside a lot, that might be a fun tactic to use to each enchant up a one of the god's items. So with the other significant thing I should mention is that they drop Koboldite nuggets. So if, for example, on a server like this one, nether stars are cheap, you might consider this as a strategy for bypassing the whole madness of trading and mining with all the hobgoblins, and you might instead just repeatedly challenge their gods to a duel, which I assume they find as entertaining as we do, in order to ramp up Koboldite production and get your way to the Pentacle. Now, I won't be doing that on stream right now, because as I've shown previously, Witchery requires a lot of grinding against bosses, and I don't necessarily want to, take up your time with me just repeatedly finding wither skeletons, killing them, turning them into a wither, killing that, and then turning that into Mog and Gulg, and then fighting them. But considering that this is much faster, and I only found out about it today, I intend to use this tactic in order to hopefully have a completed Pentacle by next stream. If I get around 4 from each fight, then I'll only need to do 2 more fights. Is that correct? Yeah, 2 more fights for my first Pentacle. 2 or 3. I think 3. And then another, 4... 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then another 10 fights per Pentacle. And as you saw, they were pretty painless with the gear that I have and everything, so it shouldn't be that difficult in order to rank my way up to start using Pentacles on my altars, which will be very exciting. Now, if for some reason, I do have one more thing to show you. If for some reason it's not effective for you to use nether stars to summon Mog and Gulg and duel them. I do hope, by the way, that this counts as an implicit approval that they will consider that I can protect their people and that I am a worthy, guardian for this town. We'll hope. I'll have a few more chats with them, and we'll see what they think. But if you can't afford to spend Nether Stars quite that easily, there is another thing that you can do that someone on this server has figured out in order to make the process, as relatively speaking, painless for us as possible. And to find that out, we'll use this. I don't have a teleportation circle here, so we are going to fly home. Or rather, fly to Green Mountain, since I think that's the closest landmark. 500. Yeah, that's the closest. All right, so we'll fly to Greenmount. We'll use the Waygate there in order to teleport back to Uberwald. It was not just an accident that we started there in order to demonstrate what the Baron has decided to do with the Hobgoblins under his protection. I can never control this broom. Half the time I wish Salem was an owl, so that my flight would be better. I originally made her a cat because I was convinced that this server... Oh, I don't need this. I was convinced that the server would be full of, curses and stuff, but as it turns out, the Untied Nations have been pretty friendly and amicable towards each other. There has been very little hostility. Now, as I've mentioned a couple streams, I have heard whispers that may be changing in the near future, so I might end up being glad that I have the familiar that makes me better at curses and, more importantly, curse removal. But we will see. So, if I sneak into the castle... okay, so a couple vampires spawn there. Let me see if I know a way around. Ugh, okay, I feel like I should not be here. What's it? Oh, that's for the storms. Ooh. Okay. Is this the right... No, this is not the right way. I have snuck around in the dungeons here before. Whoop, there they are. We'll go up. Try and avoid being seen. They don't seem to be looking this way. Okay, I see the entrance I'm going for. Ah! Okay, let's hurry. So if we go down here, we can see what he's set up. There it is. So he's given each of them diamond pickaxes. Normally, I believe they're leashed to these fences. And then he has this redstone contraption set up so that if he stands here... Let's see. Get examples. So if he stands here, I don't know what these are called. Comparators? I'm not sure. But he has it set up so that if you place a block, the piston automatically activates and pushes it. And that you can stand and you can do it on both sides. This activates, they push. And where it's pushed, as you can see there, is it's pushed into here. The hobgoblins then break them. They fall into the hoppers. And the hoppers transfer them back over to here. Which is efficient. But I'm going to guess that he does not give them union-regulated brakes. I'm sorry, guys. I'm the only person who knows about this, and he knows I know about this, so I can't actually get you out of here without, causing an international incident. But I do have a solution. I'm gonna help. I have an idea. I'll be back soon. Now, I can't do this directly, but if I can sneak back out of here... I have one more thing that I think we'll do on this stream. Let's see if I can get out of here. Because I don't think my 7 League boots, my ruby slippers, have recharged yet. Okay. Fly. Whoop. Oh. The roof is weird in this building. Okay. So if I sneak... Ooh, they're antsy. I wonder if they can smell my blood. If I sneak down here again. Sneak through here. Oh, or they might hear the doors that I've been... Either way, if I can get... Alright, I'm out. Whew, okay. Unseen, like a ghost. Speaking of which, I could have done this with invisibility potions, but I chose to live on the edge, I guess. Alright, we can take the gate home. And we'll do the final thing, which is actually a little bit of mutation. I don't think I've done that in a while. My inventory is such a mess. Whoosh. Alright, welcome back to Greenmount. Now, the last thing that I want to work on today, the idea I have, is a way that we can discourage this treatment of the hobgoblins without actually the Baron knowing it was us. There are 3 plants, there might be more, but there are 3 plants that I haven't actually created yet using mutation. You can see a few around, you know, my wormwood is over there. Obviously, I have a Mindrake farm that I use for my speaking. Here's my Mindrake farm for brewing because that's the max level of duration. But I have not. Oh, and I created owls. Obviously, I created the server's owls. I have not made a couple things. Let's see. Herbology is the book, I believe. And there's another animal I haven't created, specifically the flying monkey, which I might get to at some point because it sounds like a lot of fun. But I have not created the 3 brambles. So here they are. The wild bramble. This thorny bramble spreads around when you try to pull it down. Mutate from cactus and Spanish moss. So this is it hurts you if you touch it, and it also, if somebody other than the person who plants it breaks it, then it spreads. Ender bramble. This strange bramble keeps creatures at bay. For when they get close, it teleports them away. This bramble actually teleports people. I believe the number is up to 500 blocks away, which is an incredible trap. And I'm actually hoping to plant a few of these around my island in case people come knocking who aren't supposed to be here. And the last is the void bramble. It has the same rules as the ender bramble. When people get close, they get teleported. However, it also created and fueled with magic. No rituals will function near to it. It can also be used to block circle magic. So let's make all 3 of these. We are going to need to clean up my inventory first, actually. Meat, eggs, carrot goes here, leather goes here, mortal plane goes there. I don't honestly need chain armor, so I'll put it in here. Gulg's girdle can go here for now also. I won't be fighting anything else, so I might as well get my real armor back. The cartographer's cloak, the roots of Yggdrasil, 7 League boots, and my hat. Where's my hat? There's my hat. Oh, right. That's why I wasn't wearing it. Because it's really low durability. I think I've been wearing my earmuffs instead. They're also getting pretty low durability. That's all right. I have poppets now. They'll get repaired. And throw some stuff into here. Great. This dirt can go in building materials. These waystones can go into storage downstairs. And then we'll do a little bit of mutation. And then we will wrap up the stream. All right. There's my mutating sprig. It is getting a little weak, so we might have to replace that soon. Okay, I need my graspers. I need Spanish moss. There it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Spanish moss. I'm going to grab a bucket because my endless water source is almost out. Where is my bucket? Surely I have a bucket. You can't tell me I do not possess a bucket. Ah, there we go. I have 11 buckets. I don't need that. It's just going to be easier to use one. Water, Spanish moss. I need sugarcane. Cactus. Four ender pearls, 2 blaze powder, and 2 bone meal. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I'm almost out of blaze powder. Fortunately, I just picked up some blaze rods earlier. And bone meal. I guess I have to make a little bit extra. That is completely fine. 1, 2. All right. Now, let's head over to the water. Heading over to my mutation area, actually, which is already set up. There is a chicken in that one. All right. 1, 2. Hang on. I don't think it works like this. Yeah, okay, these are inverted. So I need this one. Here we go. All right, take 2. Grasper, grasper. Grasper, grasper. And we'll start with the wild bramble. It's my moss. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it turns out I don't need the bucket because I forgot I had this whole mutation area already set up. And now the bone meal and the blaze powder. 1 bone meal, 1 bone meal, 1 blaze powder, and 1 blaze powder. And I will say, I don't think the... Why can't I fly out? I don't think the arrangement of the bone meal and the blaze powder actually matters. I just thought this was, aesthetic. And with all of this placed in the center, I need to grab a block of sand. Your sand. Come with me. And then place a cactus. I think you only need 1 cactus, and with all of this setup, there we go. So if I touch this, it hurts me like a cactus. And I will break it with a bowline. It looks resistant to being broken. Ah, I have discovered... Okay. So we have proven the how it works. I am not sure how I'm going to solve this problem. All right. That is a really fun for a troll. And let's face it, all 3 of these are basically for trolls. Witchery has, as always, quite a bit of trolling potential. I'm going to attempt to light it on fire. This does not appear to have been successful. Okay, what happens if you hit it with an axe? Alright, I may not be using my mutation area anymore. Let me pick up the graspers really quickly. Grab you, and you, and you, and somehow grab you. We'll break this with the axe. Does it drop itself when broken with an axe? It does. That's good. Okay. Did the grasper... Do I have it? No, it fell in there. Did it destroy itself on the bramble? Ah, everything is going terribly. All right. The brambles are wildly out of control. I'm going to have to make new graspers. Help. Okay. It should... My lumber axe should break all three of these at once. Oh, okay. Everything is worse. Everything is bad. I am writing that off as a lost cause. I have no idea how to fix it. Oh man, I'm gonna have to be very careful about whether or not I use this as a prank, because it is a nightmare. It is an absolute nightmare. Do the others work like this too? Are they also impossible to break? I hope not. Alright. Just gonna go to my herbology book, and we're gonna find the grasper. Come on, I know you're... There we go. Curious plant that holds whatever it is given. Mutate from tall grass and an empty chest. I'm so annoyed that I lost one of these. It's really not here. Okay, so that's also good to know. These act like cacti. They destroy things that fall into them. Alright. I assumed they wouldn't, because normally witchery is, nice. But clearly these are not intended to be nice. Alright, I'm going to quickly check my grasper recipe just to make sure I know what I'm doing. Chest above water, tall grass on all four sides. Okay, that's what my other area, my middle area is for. Okay, do I have tall grass sitting around, or am I gonna have to make some? Gonna have to make some. That is totally fine. I'll just get some bone meal. Great. And a chest, which I can make using wood. Wood is in here. Trying to clean up my disastrous mistakes. As usual. Only the most chaotic witchcraft performed here. The brambles have just barely not infringed on my grasper creation area. Oh, that's right. This used to be... These needed to be water for something. Sorry, chicken, but you are in the way. But I don't think they have to be anymore, so let's get some dirt. You'll do. Two, three, four. All right. Or I could just make a new one. Oh, there it is. That's the one. I'm so more prepared for this than I actually seem to realize. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's wrong, but I don't care. All right. You come back. We're supposed to be here. Okay, there's tall grass everywhere. Oh, shoot. Okay, so tall grass doesn't build again, so I'm going to need to put a temporary block there. That's fine. I'll take you. That. Put that there. Put this here. Break this block. Put it back somewhere else, because I'm an agent of chaos. Bone meal the grass. That's the wrong thing, but thank you for the effort. All right, now we mutate. Amazing. And now we use a bowline to collect these, because I'm not sure whether you need one or not. Okay, they were easy to make. I can test it. Can you break them without a bowline? Yes, you can. Okay, graspers are friendly. They are easy to break. I can never tell with witchery plants if they're going to be troublesome or not. All right, we're gonna have to make a new. We're gonna have to make a new one with this layout. So let's just. Good thing I brought the bucket after all, huh? Self-fulfilling prophecy. 2, 3, do. Mutation area. Can you plant sugarcane on dirt? It has to be on sand, right? So I need to grab another sand block as well. I'm now going to be set on fire because I am irresponsible. Oh, everything is low. Because I took so much damage from the brambles, and it looks like the earmuffs ate my armor protection poppet. That was foolish. Earmuffs are easy to make. So I'm actually going to take off this armor because it is far too precious to lose. And I need to get more armor protection poppets queued up. Stupid brambles tricking me into taking damage by walking into you like you're designed to do when someone walks into you. It's a wonder I've survived this far. Not being able to die helps. Alright, so we need the Spanish moss, we need water. Also sand. Let's grab some sand. Great. Okay, almost there. Okay, and next we are creating the void bramble. Actually, let me break this, replace that with the sand block. Put graspers on each corner. Plant sugarcane on the sand. And then I need to give each of you an ender pearl. And then plant the Spanish moss over the water. So almost the same recipe as before, but instead of blaze powder and bone meal, we have put ender pearls. I'm gonna pick up these floating dirt blocks just in case they interfere with the mutation. And now, mutatify. All right. Now for the moment of truth. Well, I mean, I guess we have to test them, right? All right, let's get out into the sun first. Where are we? Okay, so there's the 500 block radius in action. We are here, and a home is back over here. Where's my broom? My mutating sprig is almost out of durability, so I am going to have to make a new one soon. All right, yeah. It looks like we got transported about 430 meters away. So, yeah, the potential here. Why are there fireballs floating in the air near my home? What? All right, I'll be concerned about that later. Hi, Balthazar. Yeah, so basically, this is a great and terrifying weapon to have access to. I really hope that it breaks and is not like the wild bramble. But we are about to find out. Please break like an ordinary plant. Please break like an ordinary plant. Please, 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 please. Oh, thank goodness. All right. So I will have to do this multiple times in order to acquire multiple ender brambles, but I assume it also grows. Let's test it. See if it can be bone mealed. Can you be bone mealed? You cannot. Okay. It may actually not grow. You may have to plant it all manually, but I'll let it... Actually, can I let it sit there? Void bramble. All right. There is a recipe for the void bramble that doesn't appear to be showing up, so I'm going to pull it up on my own. Void bramble. All right, it's shaped crafting. And it requires 1 ender bramble to make. Okay, so we're going to use this. I'll make more void bramble later. I'll make more ender bramble later. For now, I'm going to use this one to make our void bramble, which is going to require a few drops of luck, a process that would be admittedly easier if I already had the pentacle, but as I said, I'm not going to bore you with that process. Let's make some drops of luck. The eternal struggle. Mandrake, Netherwart, Tear, Evil, Extremis. Oh, my inventory is a disaster. All of you go away until I can make you safe. I'll wear ordinary plebeian diamond armor for now. All right. Dead chicken goes in here. Random plants go in here. Bucket, I think the buckets were here. Buckets, graspers can live in there. All right, 2 Mutandis, which I'll turn into Mutandis Extremis. You'd think after all of this time I would have this recipe by heart, but I most assuredly do not. Mandrake, Netherwart, Tear of the Goddess. Mandrake, Netherwart, Tear of the Goddess. Tear of the Goddess. I don't have enough Tear of the Goddess. Let's see. I should have some more... I don't... Do I have any Breath of the Goddess in here? There it is. Okay. Let's make some extra. One, two, three, four. I'll just put the 50 in there. It's fine. There's not enough in there for that to all go to waste. Lapis. Okay. Put 15. We'll take all this out so it's not obstructing the process. Put away the slime. Put away the lapis. I can put away the bone meal too. Now let's go find... What am I looking for? Clay jars. Replenish that stock. Replenish this stock. All right. the tears are making. Now I need refined evil. I must have some refined evil left over. Really? I don't? Really? Huh, I'm surprised. Oh, there are my Tears of the Goddess. Oh well, that's fine. I will have plenty of other things to use those for, that's for sure. Alright, so I guess we're making some refined evil. It is a byproduct of brewing diamond vapor. There is something else that makes it. Oh, yes. Hearts. I'm actually quite low on demon hearts, so I'll have to trade with Balthazar to get more of them. But in the meantime, I can grab these and diamond vapor, and I can make some... There we go. I can trade emeralds with Balthazar for more of these later. Alright, while that's cooking, what other things do I need to do? That's the refined evil. The Mutandis Extremis needs me to mess with these and some nether wart. And actually, I'm going to need to make more Mutandis in general, so we might as well trace this back to Mandrake, Exhale, and Egg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale of the horned one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I certainly have plenty of eggs. Alright. Let's get cauldroning while the distillery is distillerying. There it goes. Why are you on fire? Oh, you cast fire resistance on yourself. Good job, Isabeau. Cauldron dog. You need a name still. I'm not sure. I'm thinking about it. Alright. Is this done? This is done. Now I can... my Brew of Endless Water being almost done means I might have to do that too. Yep, there it goes. Goodbye, Brew of Endless Water. Alright. We got the time. We can make it. Let's see. Effects. Level 1. Level 2. There it is. Snow. Okay. Snow block. Where would that be? It's under plant products, right? Yes. Snow block. And I can upgrade the power. Why are you in there, Blaze Rods? You don't belong there. You belong in here. Okay. And then it's a capacity 2, so I need an extra nether wart. Although I already needed a bunch of nether wart. Alright. Nether wart for capacity 2. Glowstone blaze rod for power 3. Snow. Where are my bottles? There we go. Shoot, I did that wrong. It's supposed to finish the... It's supposed to do it on its own. Dang it. Okay, hang on. Yeah, okay, these are useless now. I've ruined these. I'm a mess. Alright. Grab my bucket that I put over here. Let's try that again. I forgot that it was not... You don't actually bottle a brew of endless water. You just let it make itself. Like the Mutandis that we were just making. So... I'll try this again. Water over here. This process, being annoying, is why we use brews of endless water in the first place. Alright, you bubbling? You're bubbling. Nether wart, glowstone, blaze rod, snow, and this time I just stand back and let it do its thing, and it'll give us what we want. Marvelous. All right, and that's 50 more uses, which will autofill a cauldron, which is exactly what we need. Now, let's convert some Mutandis into Mutandis Extremis. Let's see, put this here, here, here. Hurry up and bubble. Okay, Netherwort and Mutandis. While that's making, let's check in on our distillery. How are you doing? You have made enough for now. I'll take this out. Drop it off there. There we go. Alright. We'll take the tier. The whiffs, the foul fumes, and the slime balls can all go into there. Amazing that the whiffs of magic, which were once such a central need for everything I was making, are now actually a byproduct of the things I actually want. It's funny how your process changes the later you get into witchery. Alright, so this will create refined evil. And then we can go back to the Mutandis Extremis. I actually need a little bit extra of this. Because it's part of the crafting recipe as well. Nope, do not throw that into the cauldron. I do not need it to be consumed. Alright, so Mutandis Extremis. One goes on top, one goes on bottom, right? Yes. And then the Ender Bramble goes in the center. Nether Stars on either side. And then 4 drops of luck in the corners. And we should be good to go. Whoops, nope, turn that off. All right. Let's make more Mutandis Extremis. I'm going to need 4 of this now, so I'm going to have to grab a little bit more. So I've already got... So grab that, this. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can put the rest of the Mutandis away. Wait, that doesn't go there. That goes here. These go here. Oh dear, I have made it. Never hold your brew of endless water in your hand while you're doing something, kids. I really hope that didn't break anything important outside, but it almost certainly did. Did it break anything important in here? It doesn't look like it. But I bet... Oh no, it didn't actually break any of the plants out here, did it? Sweet. No complaints. Okay. So that's our first. Once it bubbles, we can make the second. And then we can go up here. Toss away the mandrakes and the exhale. Grab this, refill. All right, and once we have 4, tiers go in here. 1, 2, 4, 5. All right, so Mandrake, Netherwort, Tear of the Goddess, Refined Evil, and Mutandis Extremis. Oh, that didn't make enough. Okay, we're going to visit Balthazar now. Do I have a Devil's Tongue charm? I believe I do. Yeah, there it is. Okay. So with I'm certain I've gone over the Devil's Tongue charm. We did a whole episode on demonology. So we'll just go pay a visit to Balthazar up here in this little summoning area, who is permanently trapped here because he's glitched out and will never run out of demon hearts, and that is too valuable for me to give up. Hello, Balthazar. You're a demon. You're used to being bound into servitude, I'm sure. All right. Fire protection, sharpness, knockback. Yeah, I thought so. All your trades are terrible. Except this one. Emerald for a demon heart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That should keep me for a while. Looks like the charm ran out of power right there at the end. Oh well, we might as well use it up, right? Ow. That's not very polite. There we go. All right, at 12, it broke. But that's all right, because we got 12 demon hearts, and we can make another Devil's Tongue charm sometime. They're not that expensive. I just have to make sure not to run out of demon hearts. So I'll save one extra for doing this. Or rather, 2 extra. Oh, no, I can make the Refined Evil other ways, so I just need to make sure I don't use up all of my demon hearts making Refined Evil. Yee. All right. Oh, let me actually set another Mutandis to cookin'. You and you. Oh, I didn't trigger the coal one yet. That's right. All right. Now let's put 1, 2. Oh no, 1. Just. Okay, fine. My mouse pad is not being very obliging today. Hang on, let me try that. See if that helps with the sensitivity. Where is my diamond vapor? There we go. There we go. Yeah. See, that's much better. Okay. No, I just want you to put 2 in. There we go. All right, and that'll make our remaining 2 diamond vapor. Here. Let's make our Devil's Tongue while we wait. We'll need an extra Refined Evil, so I can set that going. Just because otherwise, I'm certain I will forget. So here we go. 3 in for there. Run out here. Refill this and make our 4th and final Mutandis, or rather 6th and final Mutandis Extremis for this. Okay. It's turned into a whole little project. All right. Start with the Polynesia. Whiff of Magic, 2 Odor of Purity, 4 Netherwort. Whiff of Magic, Odor of Purity, Netherwort, a fish, and a single iron ingot. Surely I have a single iron ingot. What? I used up all of my iron. You're joking. Okay, I mean, I know what I used it for. I was working on something recently that I'm not going to spoil yet that required a bunch of iron, but still. All of it? How foolish of me. All right. Solution to that. Can I find iron ore close enough? Because I've mined pretty heavily out down here. Could go melt some down. I'm really amazed that I used up all of it. It seems surprising to me. I have any in the auxiliary chests full of random stuff that I dropped off to clear my inventory? Aha! Aha! Okay, I didn't use all of it yet. There's still 54 blocks. It just wasn't where I thought it was. Alright. So the tough part of this process is going to be the drops of luck because of how much altar power they take. So I am going to set this up. Let's start one. So... drop of luck, mandrake root, netherwort, tear of the goddess, refined evil, mutandis extremis. There we go, it's going. We're gonna pop over here. Oh no, that one's already got something in it. Over here, odor of purity, whiff of magic, fish, iron ingot. I feel like this is reversed. There it is, Polynesia Charm. And then we need to add a demon heart, a refined evil, a skeleton skull. Do I have skeleton skulls? I do. Amazing. Here. One in there. A new Polynesia Charm. You see I have one already, but it's partially used. That's because I've been prepping for next time. It turns out Polynesia Charm is actually really great in working with the undead. I'll explain why next time. Let's see, I'm going to need to make some blaze powder. Great. Put that in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Run outside to check on the drop of luck. It's now raining. Alright, how's our altar power doing? Answer, not great. That's fine. We'll just set another one going, and it'll finish when it's ready. 1. That go in? It did. 3, 4, 5. Ingredients. I need my refined evil, 2 of that for there, 1 of it for me, plus a demon heart, and a tongue of dog, I think. Yes. There we go. Marvelous. That way I won't forget the goodies that I need. There we go. So now I don't have to worry about accidentally using all my demon hearts and not being able to make a replacement. Those just allow me to trade with Balthazar without him immediately trying to blow me up, and also make his prices much cheaper so that my emeralds go farther. All right, I can set this back to working now to make more tier. Do I need more tiers? I mean, I always need more tiers. I'll make more tiers. That in there. Breath of the Goddess. Let's just split this in half. 20 Breath of the Goddess. Lapis Lazuli, Lapis Lazuli, Lapis... I don't actually know off the top of my head what the correct pronunciation is. Oh, hey, there's more iron in here. Sweet. Somewhere there is more clay, surely. Yes, there we go. More clay. More clay. Clean this out. Just doing a bit of housekeeping while we wait for the altar to recharge. Grab this. Won't it be marvelous soon when we have a pentacle and altar recharge is, well, at least hopefully significantly faster. I don't want to say a thing of the past. Yeah, it's going to take a minute. We are up to 2 drops of luck, which we can throw into the crafting table. 1, 2. We almost have our Void Bramble. We are so close, and I believe this recipe makes 4 of them. Obviously, this is an extremely high cost, very powerful, and expensive thing. Because, I mean, the ability to stop another player from using circle magic within, I believe the range is 32 blocks, is really intense. Did I mention that's what they do? I probably should have. basically the point of one of these is to disable all circle magic performed within 32 blocks. So the thing that I was thinking that could be done is if I hid one of these in the walls of the castle at Uberwald and then left a note saying, you know, free the hobgoblins and your circle magic can be returned to you. That is my anonymous way of freeing the Baron's hobgoblin prisoners, slaves, indentured workers, people who do not have breaks, people who live under capitalism. All of these are probably accurate. Oh man, this is gonna take a minute. But yeah, so that's my idea. That's my little strategy for silently blackmailing. And if they're freed, then I can sneak back, presumably invisibly, and break the bramble. The information that I have says that you only the person who placed it can break it. So that's, you know, an advantage. That means that if it's not true, I'm still gonna hide it in case, you know, so it's hard to find. But if it is true, that's a very powerful tool, which explains, you know, how expensive it is to make. You are taking your sweet time. All right, so we have the one that's currently being made, and then one more, and then we'll be able to create our Ender Bramble. But because, you know, it's taking a while, and because I have achieved all of my goals for the stream, I think I will actually sign off here. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of the WitchCraft SMP. Next time you see me, I will hopefully have a pentacle for my altar. I will hopefully have anonymously blackmailed the Baron of Uberwald into releasing his enslaved hobgoblins. And Mog and Gulg and I will be on more familiar terms. So thank you all so much for watching. Oh, also, most importantly perhaps, next time you see me, it will be time for us to get into the undead. I have a 3-part plan, so it should take around 3 streams in order to do all of the stuff that I'm currently thinking about doing with the undead. We're going to explore, you know, the basic raising corpses and the ways to interact with that. Then we're going to talk about spirits and how to bind them to spectral stones. And then last but certainly not least, we are going to talk about binding spirits to fetishes, which we've used on stream before, but namely the Witch's Ladder, the Trent Effigy, and the Scarecrow. And I've actually been using these since pretty early on. If we go over here, where's my pickaxe? There it is. This is a sentinel fetish. If any player walks near this that is not me, it will activate, it'll spew out a bunch of specters that can absolutely melt anybody's health and kill them. Now, I will warn you, they're a little glitchy. I'll talk about that more when we get to that episode. But as a result, I'm not going to test it, because they can kill me right through my armor, and they are very scary, and sometimes they attack me anyway, even when they've spawned. So we'll deal with those. We'll talk more about the ups and downs, the pros and cons of spirit binding in a couple episodes. So once again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.